Hey Bill, how's it going? That air compressor's noisy. I'm ready to get that thing out of the building. Hey, we got 7 people here watching. Which one? That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Now we're going to do a little bit of rust repair today. I did this one this morning. Now we're going to do this one. Get my GoPro out of the way. We'll set it there so I forget it for later, right? As soon as that air compressor stops, I'll explain what I'm doing a little bit more here. Hey, now you can see. While I'm waiting on that, I'll get some stuff moving around. "26 of you in chat. Where's everybody from? How'd you find my live stream? If you don't know who I am, I'm Daryl. I own Metal Art Customs. I restore and build custom vehicles. It's my life. I love doing it. Two things you can't live without right here. Man, is that air compressor ever gonna stop? Come on now. We're gonna do a little bit of repair today. This is a very common rust hole right here. Like I said, I've already finished this. I did that this morning. What happens is moisture gets down in there when the seals go bad and it sets in that corner and rots it out. Let's see. See you later, JVR. Probably not. All right. First thing I want to do here. Anyways, back where I was before I was rudely interrupted with those comments. These are hemmed over the door frame. Moisture will get down in there and start rotting it out like that. I'm going to make a new piece here. I need to leave a 1/2 inch for the hem. I'm going to go, see right there's the end of the rust, so out in here should be decent metal yet. So I'm going to go 8 inches by 7 1/4. So I need 8 1/2 by 7 3/4. Let's go over to the shear. Well, dang it, I left my pencil over there. There we are. So what's everybody up to this fine Friday afternoon? All right, so we need 8 1/2. Now, that corner is not exactly 90 degrees. So, what I'll do, roll you back over here. How many steps do you guys get in a day? I get too many. Is everybody still here? Hello. Technical difficulties here. Is it me or does it look all fuzzy now? It looks all fuzzy to me. Let's do about right there. Line up that edge. And just trace it back. Well, that stinks. I think I messed my camera up. This is my old phone. Is that better? Boy, this live is going crazy today, ain't it? All kinds of issues. Is the sound back on yet? All right, I want to put a slight roll in this. That's down, that's down. Don't want much roll, but you gotta have some. That's probably too much. Oh well. On this side, you need a little bit of roll. Back the other way. Trying to follow the contour of that body panel. Do I have sound? Nobody's answering me. If I can't get no sound, I guess I'll have to end the live stream and grab my other device. As soon as I can get an air hose hooked up, an air line hooked up, I won't have to plug the hose in. Awesome, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get these pins in here. That'll work. I'm gonna have to do this one off the end of the brake so it don't hit this. Adjust that air pressure. All right. Now see, that straightened that back out where I put that radius in. I ain't too worried about that. I'll take care of that with the hammer and dolly. Let's get this put back over here. Let me go grab my body hammer real quick. what I'm doing here, I need to hem that around the door structure. Well, this is 14 gauge. The door structure is like 18 gauge, so I'm making that a little bit loose. When I hammer that around flat, it'll be looser than the door, so I got room to move it back and forth. You want to go nice and slow. Rolling that over so you don't get a kink with it. You don't want it kinking on you because that'll show up when you're going to put it on the skin. See, this side's nice and smooth. Slide that in that side and do the same thing. See, now we got the corner. The only problem is I screwed it up. Rolled the wrong direction. Dang it. Oh well. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. I can straighten that out. See, I should have rolled from this side up, not this side over. Oh well. Get back over here. We'll take care of that. Getting that curve back into her. Now I need to take this side the other way. See how it's got that. I think, what the heck am I doing here? Trying to hurry, guys, and you see what it's getting me. That'll work. Rough start. Now I'm using 16 gauge for the repair panel. A little more up at the top edge. Let's see how it looks up against that. Back here it looks good. Right at that lip needs roll some more. That curve looks real good from there down. Just right up here needs more roll. Okay. Give me just a second. $52 of you watching. Let me get a smaller piece if you got one. I don't have one, but I can make one. that curve. That's what we wanted. We got 66 of you watching. Come join the chat, guys. All right, let's see how it looks now. Don't want to drop my camera again. That sucked. Oh yeah, that follows the radius just fine now. All right. So the rust is right here. I'm going to come up about that high. This rust is right there. I'm going to come in about right there. What radius should I put in that? I'm going to say about like that. Get my cutoff over here. Looks good. Get rid of these marks. Raise you up. I don't want to blow the camera out of this one like I did my other one. Get my grinders all set up. Alright. Right there is my cut line. This is hemmed over. I need to separate this edge from the hem part. I'll bring you in and show you what I just did. That's bent all the way around, okay? What I did was I ground that bend until the back side and the front separated. You can see that line. Now that that's loose, I'll go ahead and cut the top part where those lines are right there. And that piece will fall right out of there. Once that's out, then we can see what kind of repairs we got to do on the inside. Watch your eyes, guys. Keep in mind which side of the line you want to cut on. With that cutting wheel, I'm going to change it out. Here's one. The cutting wheel seemed to be heating it up more than it was cutting it. This don't look all that bad. another disc. Come on now, come on, dude. Where to put my die grinder? There it is. Everything falling away. Go get a disc for the other die grinder. Be right back. Never mind me. $119 watching. Oh yeah, that was low better. Need more roll here now. Oh, there it is. How many of y'all fighting, hunting for your parts and tools while you're working on something? I think I need a little bit better magnet on my camera mount. What do you think? Alright, I'm going to let that encapsulator cure for a minute. Dry out a little bit. 140 watts. The watch pot never boils. Yeah, it's a little heavy right there. Charcoal, super glue, sand, and paint. Well, not quite that simple, but only 13 likes. Y'all don't like fabrication or what? Well, that's fine. I understand that. Some people don't like me. If everybody in the world liked the same thing, the world would be boring. But what I don't understand is if you don't like me, why are you watching me? It's all good. I know there's people out there that don't like me, but that's okay. I don't change for nobody. I do my thing. I don't try to be nobody else, and I don't try to make people like me. If they like me, they like me. Oh, they're taking off? You ain't got to do all that. From Italy. Awesome. That's the only word I understood there. No, I'm sorry. As soon as that stuff flashes off good, I'll get tacking that piece in there. I learned when I was doing the rear panel of this that you want to make sure this stuff is completely dry before you go to weld. If you don't, you're not going to breathe, and it's going to be 5 times worse than this. All right, voice of village. I try not to, but things just jump in my hand for the last 50 years. So who's been following this project? Nice to meet you too. Well, come on now. It don't help that it's cooler in here today. I honestly hear that quite a bit. I have quite a bit of work to do and quite a bit more coming in. But right now I just can't hire nobody in. My customer finally brought in the other A pillar for this thing. So I'll be getting back to welding that roof together. And yes, I finally got the roof stripped out. Don't know if you can see that or not, but it's finally bare metal. Took forever, way too long. I've never seen a paint like that. Oh man, I went through so many grinding pads, DA pads, polisher pad. I mean, I went through everything on that roof trying to get it taken apart. It is a 185. And then I have over here a 175. Where is my other one? There it is. Hobart Handler 140. And stay tuned to the channel, guys. If you're not, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm going to be doing a review on 2 really cool items. Items that most homeowners, home hobbyists, I should say, can't afford. It's going to be really neat. I can't wait to do it. It'll be fun. We've been talking back and forth past couple days, and they're going to be shipping the first one out. I'll do a review, a video, the whole 9 yards on it. And after that, they'll send the other one out, and I'll do a review on it. Hey, Jamie. I figured you was in the paint booth. Is that stuff dry yet? Come on. It's almost there. It's almost there. In between coats. Don't you just love to hurry up and wait? I'm almost tired of waiting on this stuff to dry so I can weld. Hey, Justine. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up changing the magnet on my phone holder. It just doesn't seem to be strong enough to hold my phone up. I need to put dual magnets on it like I did on my GoPro. Those hold really good. Yeah, me too. When I did that what was it, 70 RS SS Camaro. Oh man, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors with pearls and candies, and oh man, that one took forever. Nap time. Come on now. I'm gonna go ahead and get this tacking in here. Get my lines straight. That one's pretty straight. That one needs a little tweaking. At the bottom edge. Well, I'll bet there's a bird underneath. Keeping me from cinching that where I want it. Now I bet you'll go in place. That looks more better. Looks good. All right. I'll get my welder strung over here. It is Friday. It don't mean much when you work 7 days a week, but it is Friday. I keep dropping everything here. Come on now. And of course, you moved it. Sure did. just bottom corner tack. It would help if I clean my cone out. As soon as I find my needles again, it slid off my door table. All the way over to China. Yeah, I do. I do. Couple carts, but I've got like one of my waters sitting on it, plasma sitting on the other. All right, now we gotta double check, make sure it didn't move. Melting my hammer, man. Nice little gap. Close enough. Paint it. How many we got in here now? Thank you, Justine. Hi, Daniel Braun. Is it cool enough? It's a little warm up in here. This is about like watching paint dry. It's hurry up and wait. And I don't want to cool it because it is really straight the way it's set. So I'll let it cool off naturally. If I cool it, that area will shrink and it'll cause either a pucker or a high spot or something like that. I don't want that. You just can't rush this stuff, you know? Yes, it is. It's missing a door now. Now the next door is going to be the big patch. This one's got quite a bit going on with it. All this, you can see little rust pinholes in here. Back here all the way up to right there. So on this one, I'm thinking I'm going to do something a little different. I think I'm going to go ahead and make this whole bottom piece in this one. I think it'll be less work. And then this area here, I'll just patch at. As far as I know, that is pretty much all the fab that I got to do to Pandora. I do have to weld One hole right there. Other than that, I think pretty much all the fab is done. Man, I wish I could remember German. I can still remember some of it, but not a lot of it. All right, that's cool. Heat it up, let it cool. I knew a lot of it, yeah. I can still remember some of it, but that's been 35, 40 years ago. Yes. Yes, it can be. I know when I get really mad, like my wife's seen it a few times at the house, I'll get mad at somebody and it'll just come out. Yeah, but I don't realize I'm doing it until after it's done. Hello. Welcome to chat. Everybody hit the thumbs up for me, would you? I'd appreciate it. So are you in Germany? I really need to get this thing put down in the chassis so I can figure out what motor mount I'm going to make. Awesome. What part? Justine, is Dennis home? I think he just drove by. Yeah, I can't wait to rip the roads up with this one. I thought that was him. I caught him out of the corner of my eye as he was going by. India. I had a few people in here last week from India. I don't normally see a whole lot in here from India, but it's cool that you're here. It's awesome. It's cooling off a little bit, guys. Look how straight that is. Yeah, buddy. Oh. All right, I'm gonna get a few more tacks on there again. Let's get you all the sparkles. As I cover it up with my hand, right? back to letting it cool. Hey, Grand, how you doing? Make a star? I'm sure I could. I'm fine as frog hair. Burning metal, burning skin. What else could there be? This patch turned out beautiful that I did this morning. I still got to do the back side. I don't know if you can see it or not. I still got to do that lip and then weld the back. Yes, I am. It will be just like that. And just like that. In that compound curve there. Yes, that is the door to 63 Biscayne. We can do it. And guys, I just got a notification. My phone's about to die. If you want to hold tight, I'll see if I got a phone charger here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I found one in my truck. But I'm gonna lose one of my grinder cords. So I'll have to switch it back and forth. Not a big deal, just annoying. Is paper. What does double tap the screen do? Pretty much born into it. My mom was the manager of a body shop back in mid 80s. I was working there. I was 14 years old, painting brand new cars. And then a couple years later, me and my dad started restoring cars. He still has several of them that we've done. So it's just part of who I am. He owns the fab shop and I own this. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. Really, I didn't know that. If you run a bead, you're going to get way too hot and you're going to warp the panel, and you'll have a ton of Bondo work or hammer and dolly work. Awesome. I don't let it get too hot for me to lay my hand on. Of course, my hands, like this one's been cut off, so I have about half the feeling of it. If I lay my hand on there and it's too hot for me to hold it, it's too hot for that metal to stay straight. This hand's got a lot more feeling, and this panel is kind of warm. That last little stint that I did there got a little bit warmer than I like to see, but do this right here, it'll spread that heat. Well, we've been going for 95 minutes now. 116 in here and 31 likes. Come on, guys, hit that thumbs up for me, would you? Help the analytics out some. I love doing this stuff right here. These days, I wouldn't mind having a get-together and showing people how to do some of this forming and stuff like that. But doing something like that ain't the easiest thing. For one, it's not cheap. Two, it's getting everybody that wants to do it to show up. You can do short beads. Hey, Craig. I had, I think, 180 in here earlier. You can do short beads, but you got to space them out farther and let it cool longer, because where you have the weld. All right, let me find my marker here. I know I just had it. Well, anyways, okay. Say the width of that is your bead. If you weld that wide right there, you skip that wide and weld that wide. Where that weld is, it's going to tighten up. This isn't going to tighten up. So what you're going to end up having, let me go over here and grab a piece of scrap and I'll give you an idea. All right, I got a small chunk of scrap. Basically, when you weld, you're gonna do this number here, and in between the welds, you're gonna have that number. So by the time you're all said and done, weld that, skip that, weld that. Your panel is going to be warped like that. Then when you go to grind it, that's going to get deeper, this is going to get taller. So if you skip around like that with the little tacks, you'll have less of that movement. If you cool it, it will move. Sometimes I'll explain what I'm doing. Like if I have a stubborn area, I'll get it a little bit warmer and then I'll cool it, and that'll shrink that metal back into place. Or, you know, vice versa. Sometimes it'll push it into place. Oh, no problem. I love showing what I do and how to do it. If somebody don't do this, this is going to be a dying trade, and we really need to continue teaching people and getting young ones interested in this. Otherwise, these old plastics are going to go away. And then what's everybody going to do? Walk? Because a battery car ain't going to get you nowhere. It might for a day or two. But then you're going to be walking because the battery's dead and everybody else taking up the chargers. Let her cool. That's awesome. I wish more people did it. There's a lot of people that just get home from work, their kids get home from school, the kids go do their thing, the parents go do their thing, and it's not like when we was growing up. When we got home, we did our chores first, and then we went fishing or camping or something, you know. We was always doing something. Definitely wasn't sitting at home on the video games. Not like a Friday night or something like that, maybe, but. And the memories, yep. So my kids, they didn't want nothing to do with anything that I did. Of course, they was all girls. Not that that really makes a difference. My middle daughter used to go four-wheeling with me. Loved it. I'm going to say that's pretty good. Let's see what this looks like now. I know I got the weld in the way. Alright, as soon as that cools, I'm going to make some noise, guys. Kind of loud in here. I know a lot of people don't like when I do this, but a lot of people don't. Where'd my hard wheel go? I'll just grab a new one. Yes, I am using a hard wheel on sheet metal. A lot of people say, don't do that, you're going to gouge the metal. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. All right, buddy. I'll be having a premiere at 8 p.m. tonight. You can see me struggle stripping the paint off of this car. It was a nightmare. It's cooling off. but I think I'm gonna give it about 7 minutes. Get me a cigarette. I'm glad you made it in, bud. 103 minutes so far. Here, while I go get me a cigarette, I'll give you some eye candy. Yeah, everybody's gonna watch me struggle tonight. Two things I don't get too far away from is my coffee and my cigarettes. Hi, Zach. I'll just do a walk around. Now the members will see something that, you know, they recognize, but regular channel subscribers don't. This car is widened 8 inches. And I kept a decent sized back window in it. I don't like looking through the mirror and seeing a window this big. You can't get a view of what's behind you. Nah, I stay away from new cars. I've done a few newer trucks, but I stick to my old stuff. This car's got a 4-inch chop right here, a 3-inch channel right there, 8-inch widened, and the interior is going to be full custom build. Thank you, Big. Better plug my phone back in. Get this thing ground up. Yeah, about the only thing I do on new ones anymore is repair the rust on them. Yes, guys, I'd appreciate it if every one of you shared my videos, subscribed, invite people. I appreciate it. I like showing what I do. I like to help people out, help them learn. All right, guys, hold your ears. cool a little bit. It's not getting extremely hot. So what are you wanting to do to it? I'll tell you what, in 2018, a guy called me and asked me to do rocker panels on a Dodge Ram. I said, okay, yeah, bring it in. He brought it in. It was a 2016 Ram that the rockers had rotted off of it and there was nothing left. And they had no aftermarket parts. I had to go through Chrysler dealer to get the rockers, and they never came in and said they are not releasing them yet. So I had to make them. So I made them out of 16 gauge. And if you know, the newer vehicles are like 28 gauge to 32 gauge. They are extremely thin, made with recycled materials. So it's really hard to weld to, and then they galvanize it on most of them. All right, let's go again. Now I'm going to move to the 36 grit flap wheel. And you can feel that one's kind of glassed over. I'm going to put a brand new one on there. The sharper your tool, the better it's going to be. You don't want it to sit there right across the top, because all you're doing there is, well, you're heating it up, which in turn shrinks the metal. It'll expand it as it gets hot, but when it cools, it shrinks. You'll get a bunch of tinniness. You notice there ain't no tinniness in this. You just watch me weld this whole thing and grind it with a hard wheel. Hey, Rickardy. Control. You got to have control of your tool. I stick my thumb in there. Yeah, if it catches, I'm going to break my thumb. That's part of the job. That will heat it up quicker than a hard wheel. 93 still watching. See, I got a little too warm right there. Awesome. My glasses are darkened. But yeah. If you're around the channel much, you'll notice I only wear my helmet when I have to. I've been doing it 40 years. I haven't had burnt eyes in probably 20 years. Thank you, Jamie. Oh, I know. I think it's a little late for that. I do blink. I got them automatic blinkers. I don't suggest people doing what I do. I would suggest using a helmet. It's not perfectly seamless, but it's all right. Come on now. Absolutely wonderful. That's what I strive for, Craig. A little bit. But it's nice and straight. Where'd my piece go? There it is. Let's see here. A little low, right on the weld, which is good. Got to have somewhere for the filler to go in and blend. Now, on a high-end car, I could have spent about 4 times the amount of time and got this to where there was no filler. It would have looked like this out here. But I try to keep my customers' budgets in check. I have a hard time with trying to get things too perfect sometimes, and it ain't worth it. This is a daily driver. It's getting a 5.3 LS put in it, and he's gonna drive this thing. Now, not saying you want a crap job for a daily driver. That's not what I'm saying. Justine has a Duster that I did for them, 2 or 3 years ago now. It's a daily driver. That car is absolutely beautiful. They love it. It don't have to be a perfect job to be a beautiful car. A lot of people don't understand that. If you're trying to make a points winning car or something to that nature, I honestly don't want to do it. I like making people happy, being able to get out in their cars and enjoy them. Can I make those? Yeah, but there's no fun in it. I did remember there's 2 spots inside the car. He wants that hole and that hole plugged. We are still waiting on the center section. The guy that he's contacted thinks he can get one, but in the back of our minds, if we can't get one before too much longer, I'm gonna make that panel. Got to get it done, right? $49 likes and 70 people watching. Guys, I appreciate you coming and hanging out on this Friday afternoon. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. At least 5 to 6 times a week, 8 p.m. Eastern, I do a premiere on the jobs that I'm doing in the shop. Yes, he dropped those off yesterday. He was supposed to come in today, and he has not come in. The other A-pillar has arrived. But this is top priority. As far as customer stuff, that is. If you guys want to watch some extra content before anybody else does, after you subscribe to my channel, hit that membership. It's $5 a month. You spend more than that on your coffee in the mornings. There's some really cool stuff with this one. And then we got a surprise project coming up as soon as this one's done. You will want to make sure you're subscribed and a member before that one hits. Yeah. That one is going to blow some minds. Which panel is that? That windshield pillar? I could make that windshield pillar. The problem is this truck was chopped back in the mid-70s. In fact, the roof is setting out back. The doors are setting right there. And they heavily modified the A-pillars, mostly with Bondo. And I had nothing to go on. See the difference? See how much wider that is? I had no idea where to begin to make that panel. I'm glad they started reproducing these, but you cannot buy just this piece right here. You have to buy the whole A-pillar to get this piece. $400 each. So there's, in turn, $800 sitting right here. Oh, this piece right there. I don't know if I'll do a live on that one or not. It might just be part of the videos, the daily videos. I don't know, we'll see. If it happens to be on a Friday, I'm trying to go live every Friday, somewhere between 1:30 and 2 in the afternoon, Eastern time. My cars ain't squeaky clean. I think I've washed my truck once. Okay, what question is that? And what are you talking about? Don't understand cursive. These up here, I gotta put that alternator in this one. But this one here, I washed for my open house back in June. And it's been sitting up here collecting dust. I have not cleaned it once. I've taken it out a few times. The last time I took it out, it left me stranded because the alternator went out. And if anybody knows these LSs, when you lose voltage, you lose transmission, you lose fuel pump, you lose spark. So, yeah. We got it jump boxed and run back in here. And it's been sitting. I have not had time to mess with it. I really should while the weather's decent out there before the snow flies. I might have to do that tomorrow. Throw that alternator on there and cruise it around a little bit if it's not raining. Well, guys, I'm going to end the live in 128 minutes. Guys, I appreciate all of you watching. Like I said, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Come join the chat in the evenings. Till the next one, have a blessed one. Texas in the house. Yeah, it's my goatee, and it's getting cold out, so I'm letting my beard grow, so it looks kind of funky. Thanks for joining in, everybody. See y'all this evening.